What's up, everybody? This is the Grand Line Gazette, where we talk about One Piece damn near every damn day. That's Kev. I'm Corey. We talk about One Piece a lot. We got a lot of discussion videos. We got a lot of character breakdowns. We got a lot of theories. And this theory
hmm
is about whose family Gunko is. There's a lot of the not Tenryubuto. There's a lot of celestial dragon families, 20 to be exact. We've met a couple
hmm
of them. We've met the figurelins. We actually did a video about the ones we know so far, so go check that out. We did that last week. We just got introduced in 1140 to two more families, but
Yep.
there's a mystery family that we think we can fill in the blanks for, and that is the Manmayers. So, there's
Yep.
only been one noted Manmayer in the comics so far, in the manga so far. Kev, if you could let us know who the first one that was revealed so that we can let him know who else we think is in the family.
Yeah. So in flashback to God Valley, the native hunting competition, we do meet one of the Manmayer family. They still, their name is still hidden to this day. But we noticed there's some similarities between how that Manmayer family member wore their hat and how Gunko kind of matches that same stereotype or that
Yeah,
same characteristic.
hat that covers the eyes with the sniper and the tongue sticking out.
And now with the recent inclusion for the two new families that we met in 1140, we feel I feel more confident that in order to be on the God's Knights, you have to be a celestial dragon. And so I think hiding Gunko's name was a strategic decision. And when we did our video for the Celestial Dragon World family, Manmayer stuck out because we've only met one. And so we just started thinking, what if Guncoat is a part of the Manmayer family?
Yeah, and what does that mean specifically? Slight spoilers, we're not going to go into the names or anything for 1140, but we did meet two new celestial dragons. And I think Kev, you were the one that noticed that she was the only one that was mentioned just by first name. You know what I mean? We didn't get the surname. We didn't get the final name. I think Kev might have glitched out right now. But that being said, when we did do our research, we went back and I thought that this lady in the flashback looked not only like Gunko, but she looked like Koala. And what do we know about Koala? We know that she spent time on Marijwa. She I think was born there. We don't know how exactly she was born, but we can only assume the worst kind of possibilities. But she could be maybe like a sister to Gunko. She could be maybe like a cousin or just like a distant relative, but there are similarities. We also had
Sorry, I must have lagged out for a second.
oh no
Everything was
worries.
frozen.
No worries. We do have two more people that we wanted to throw in. Nami. Now, this one's more speculative because obviously Nami does not have a last name as of yet. We don't really
Mhm.
know the whereabouts of where she was before Nochiko found her on that mysterious island. I think they named it, but where are you from? Sanji was from clear across the world where we found him. You know what I mean? So you can be anybody. And people like to always note that in the cover stories, Nami always has the royalty, the princess garbs, and everything like that. So maybe if she was a celestial dragon, like in heritage, I don't know. It wouldn't affect me at all. I would find it believable.
No, and I'm right there with you. With people like so, as far as Koala goes, she was kidnapped because Fisher Tiger brings her back
Back to her
to
parents.
her mom. But I mean, so she was, we still don't know quite a bit about how the celestial dragons operate. But as far as Nami goes, we've been speculating for a while how her family's still masked in shadows because even with Zoro, we've learned his family lineage through Oda answering questions and releasing that info. But for Nami, she does really remind me, and about like other royalty similar to Vivi, and so I don't know. She seems pretty important.
And it seems like her heritage is going to be important in the long run too. It's just like how and why, or is it really? Maybe we're wrong. You guys let us know.
Yeah.
The last person. Now, this is the person that I thought most looked like the person from the flashback, the Manmayer woman from the flashback, Hibari. Hibari constantly has her tongue sticking out. She has like that kind of kiddish aspect to her, I guess, and she is a sniper. Obviously, being a sniper doesn't say a lot, but Oda sometimes does do these one-to-one parallels in ways that you don't expect. So it's like, okay, you see a celestial dragon. Obviously, I don't want to say the worst of the worst people, but they don't exactly value human life. Hibari
True.
values human life to the point where she doesn't even like shoot bullets. She just stops you from shooting bullets. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There could be an interesting parallel there as well, and that would give us some like an interesting aspect to Akainu.
Yeah, and we're still speculating with that too. I mean, it's a pretty good get.
Right?
I
That's a
mean,
double
I agree
speculation.
with you. Yeah, I agree with you. Like that, Akainu is Habari's dad, but then that still leaves it open to who's the mom who is good enough to be the future fleet admiral's wife at the time. A celestial dragon kind of makes sense. So him being a part of the Manmayer family, and he has that cool like giant sleeve tattoo that very like seems a lot like the tattoo we saw on the Saint Peter
Ship.
person. Yeah,
Oh wait,
no,
what?
no, on the guy's arm in this recent chapter, 1140. So I'm we're speculating a lot here. Don't get me wrong, and we're flexible. So as we learn more information, but Oda drops these little hints. Brings me back to Road and his shoes. That is how everyone figured out Road was being the sun god, is because of his shoes. You have people like Teching out here who went back and found that these shoes are the same and released a video that it was Road the whole time. And he was right. So you got to start looking for the stuff before Oda writes it.
And I would like now on that double theory, the Akainu is Hibari's father, and then Hibari could possibly be part of the Manmayer family. I
Sure.
mean, there's got to be at least a small sect of celestial dragons that will be willing to entertain themselves with like the highest falutin, the highest military personnel. You know what I mean? Because it's just like if not, then you guys are limited to inbreeding. And also there's slaves, but that's just making more slaves. You know what I mean? But there's kind of
Yep.
be like a level where it's like, okay, like a vice admiral, like okay, like they may be trash, but at least that one's just garbage. You know what I mean? Like you
Mhm.
could talk to him, daughter. Like I don't know, that's, like I don't know. I feel like there's something there, but again, Oda hasn't really connected those dots just yet.
Yeah, and in Eastern cultures, you could also marry into the wife's family. So the man could forego his last name, family name, to join another family. And that's also what I assume happened with Dragon, is that he really wasn't a monkey D originally, but that's for another video. But keep that in mind when
That's
you
wild.
think about like a Kainu could pop Sakazuki could be his wife's married name, his wife's name, and
No,
because
Sakazuki is his
that's not
first name. Akainu is the last name.
a Kainu. So
Yeah,
thank you. But it's like in Western culture, that's not what you do.
yeah.
Usually, you take the man's last name if
Especially
that's the
with the
case.
kind of honor that they would have in
Mm-hmm.
this Eastern culture scenario that we're talking about. It's like, no, this is my family now. I'm repping this. Like, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
honorable. Like, dude would
No.
be like, yeah, I guess so. Out here, we'd be like, yeah.
But I mean, you guys tell us what are you guys thinking about all of these families? Do you think it's the same 20 families that started it 800 years ago? Do we have new families?
How do you think this Manmayer family factors into things? Do you think that every family has like a specific technique, like they're teleporters? Like obviously
Mm,
she has a ability with the seal. Um, is that just Manmare specific, or is that Celestial Dragon specific, or is that maybe just God's Knight specific? And above, because obviously you have the Emu and Gorosei and stuff. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Did we miss anything? How do you guys feel about our theory? You guys let us know in the comments below, and we will be back next time with another one.
peace.